There exists a sacred space in the home where functionality and artistry converge in perfect harmony: the luxury wooden kitchen. This isn't merely a room for meal preparation. It's a stage for culinary theater, a gallery of material mastery, and a sanctuary of sensory experiences. The moment you step into an exquisitely crafted wooden kitchen, the world outside fades away, replaced by the quiet grandeur of nature's most noble material transformed by human ingenuity. The air carries the faint, comforting aroma of oiled walnut or citrus-infused teak, while your fingertips instinctively reach to trace the undulating grain patterns that flow across countertops like frozen rivers. The foundation of true kitchen luxury begins with an understanding of wood as a living, breathing material. Unlike cold stone or impersonal laminates, wood carries warmth in its very fibers. It expands and contracts with the seasons, develops richer hues with age, and tells its origin story through every knot and growth ring. The most discerning designers approach wood selection with the reverence of sommeliers, choosing vintage wines. A single kitchen might incorporate multiple wood species, each chosen for its unique properties. Perhaps rock maple for its creamy durability on prep surfaces, richly figured mahogany for dramatic focal points, and courtesan oak for cabinetry that will develop mesmerizing ray fleck patterns over decades of use. The magic lies in how these woods converse with one another, their tones harmonizing or deliberately contrasting to create visual rhythm throughout the space. At the heart of every magnificent wooden kitchen stands its showpiece, the island. No longer merely functional, these contemporary altars to gastronomy have become sculptural masterpieces. Imagine a massive slab of centuries-old Clara walnut, its live edges preserved in resin that captures organic imperfections, like insects in amber, glowing softly when backlit by hidden LEDs. The most extraordinary examples employ book-matched slabs, sequential cuts from the same log opened like a butterfly's wings to create mirror-image grain patterns across expansive surfaces. Some daring designs incorporate floating islands where the wood appears to hover above polished metal bases, their waterfall edges cascading grain patterns vertically to the floor in an unbroken flow of nature's artistry. These islands aren't just work surfaces. They're conversation pieces that anchor the kitchen's entire design narrative. Cabinetry in luxury wooden kitchens transcends mere storage solutions to become architectural statements. The new standard favors full-height units, sheathed in rare veneers with finishes that would make Renaissance furniture makers weep. Macassar ebony's bold zebra striping transforms flat cabinet fronts into abstract art. Pumiel Sapil's watery figures bring movement to otherwise static walls. The most exclusive kitchens might feature vertical grain anigar with its luminous blonde tones, or Cuban mahogany salvaged from historic buildings. Wood so rare they're measured in square feet rather than board feet. Behind these exquisite surfaces lies engineering worthy of a luxury automobile. Soft-close mechanisms with silencer pads, pull-out systems that glide with fingertip pressure, and integrated lighting that grazes the wood grain to dramatic effect. Some avant-garde designs incorporate hidden technology, touch-activated panels that slide away to reveal smart screens, or motorized lifts that silently raise stand mixers from their wooden tombs. The intersection of wood and metal marks one of contemporary kitchen design's most thrilling evolutions. Gone are the days of predictable stainless steel accents. Today's luxury kitchens pair rich woods with unexpected metallic partners. Dark wenge cabinetry gains sophistication when paired with unlacquered brass hardware that develops a living patina over time. Figured maple finds modern edge against matte blackened steel. The most striking combinations involve metal inlays, thin ribbons of nickel or copper tracing the wood's natural grain patterns like precious mineral veins discovered beneath the surface. Some visionary designers are incorporating bronze mesh panels within wooden frameworks, creating translucent partitions that filter light beautifully while maintaining visual continuity. Even range hoods, once purely functional elements, have become sculptural showpieces. Steam-bent oak ribbons swirling above cooktops like frozen smoke, or geometric walnut canopies with hidden lighting that emphasizes the wood's three-dimensional texture. The luxury wooden kitchen's true genius often lies in its concealed features, the magic hidden behind exquisite surfaces. What appears to be a solid wall of cabinetry might pivot to reveal a fully equipped butler's pantry with its own miniature kitchen. Wooden panels slide aside to expose professional-grade refrigeration disguised as cabinetry, their interiors lined with aromatic cedar for cheese aging. The most ingenious designs incorporate secret storage solutions, countertops that lift hydraulically to access stand mixers, wooden knife blocks that pivot from islands, or spice drawers with laser-etched labels that emerge at the touch of a hidden spring. These elements aren't just practical. They're manifestations of a design philosophy that celebrates discovery and delights in the unexpected. Lighting in wooden kitchens has evolved from mere illumination to emotional choreography. The interplay of light and what creates ever-changing atmospheres throughout the day. Morning sunlight, setting honey-toned maple aglow. Evening spotlights, carving dramatic shadows across rifts-on oak grain. Suspended clusters of hand-carved wooden diffusers scatter light like dappled forest sunlight across countertops. Backlit ceiling panels with intricate lattice patterns create the illusion of skylights where none exist. The most sophisticated systems use programmable LEDs that shift from energizing cool whites to warm amber tones, their color temperatures subtly altering how wood grains appear. Some visionary designs incorporate lighting that follows users through the kitchen, with motion sensors activating gentle illumination exactly where needed. A modern interpretation of carrying a candle through a country kitchen. The sensory experience extends beyond sight to touch and even sound. Luxury wooden kitchens are designed for tactile pleasure. The smooth glide of a hand along a polished edge, the satisfying click of a perfectly fitted drawer, the gentle give of a wooden pull shaped to fit the hand. Acoustic considerations ensure that the space sounds as good as it looks, with carefully placed wooden surfaces absorbing harsh echoes while amplifying the comforting sounds of culinary activity. Even the olfactory experience is curated. The faint citrus scent of lemon oil finishes, the earthy perfume of freshly sanded cedar cutting boards, the subtle vanilla notes released by cherry wood when warmed by sunlight. Sustainability has become an intrinsic element of kitchen luxury, and wood offers unparalleled eco-credentials when sourced responsibly. The most forward-thinking designs incorporate reclaimed timbers with visible histories, perhaps 19th century barn beams transformed into islands, or salvaged factory flooring reborn as accent walls. Fast-growing bamboo appears in unexpected applications, its vertical grain creating striking visual rhythm. Some artisans specialize in urban lumber, trees removed from city streets given new life as kitchen masterpieces, complete with documentation telling their origin stories. This connection to environmental stewardship adds layers of meaning to the physical beauty, creating kitchens that feel good to own on multiple levels. The true measure of a luxury wooden kitchen's success lies not in its initial perfection, but in how it evolves over years of use. Unlike static materials that show only degradation with time, wood grows more beautiful through patina. The gentle darkening of cherry near cooking areas, the polished sheen that develops where hands touch wood most frequently, the way light finds new patterns in grain as finishes mature. A well-designed wooden kitchen becomes a living record of family life. Its minor imperfections, a carefully repaired knife mark, a wine stain transformed into a design element, adding character rather than diminishing value. This is the essence of true luxury. Not disposable perfection, but enduring beauty that deepens with time. As kitchen technology advances at breakneck speed, wooden kitchens provide an anchoring counterpoint, a connection to tradition and nature that keeps these high-tech spaces feeling human. The warm touch of wood beneath one's palms as voice-activated appliances execute commands, the sight of hand-cut dovetails alongside smart refrigerators, the juxtaposition of ancient material and cutting-edge function. These contrasts create spaces that satisfy both our primal longing for natural elements and our modern appetite for innovation. The future of wooden kitchen design points toward even more organic expressions, free-form islands that appear sculpted rather than constructed, countertops that merge seamlessly into backsplashes in unbroken wooden waves, cabinetry that follows the natural lines of wood grain rather than imposed geometries. Digital fabrication technologies now allow for wooden components of impossible complexity, interlocking joints cut with micron precision, perforated screens with patterns derived from cellular structures, Curved forms that would have required months of steam bending now CNC routed in hours. Yet through all these advancements, the soul of the material remains unchanged, that ineffable quality that makes wood the only building material we instinctively want to touch. To design a luxury wooden kitchen is to engage in a centuries-old dialogue between nature and craftsmanship. It requires equal parts technical mastery and artistic intuition, the ability to see the furniture hidden within the tree, to understand how wood will move and change over decades, to balance structural requirements with aesthetic poetry. The result transcends mere interior design to become environmental art, a space that doesn't just facilitate cooking but elevates it to a ceremonial experience, where every meal prepared becomes an act of creation within a masterpiece of creation. In these extraordinary kitchens, wood ceases to be merely a material and becomes something more profound, a medium for memory-making, a canvas for daily artistry, a warm embrace in the heart of the home. They represent the pinnacle of residential design, where nature's timeless beauty and human ingenuity unite to create spaces that nourish both body and soul. This is luxury redefined, not through ostentation, but through authenticity, not through price tags, but through emotional resonance, not through following trends, but through creating environments that will feel as relevant and beautiful in 50 years as they do today. The wooden kitchen at its best becomes more than the sum of its parts. It's where family histories unfold, where culinary experiments succeed and fail gloriously, where quiet morning coffees and boisterous holiday gatherings alike gain richer meaning through their setting. In a world of disposable design and fleeting fashions, these kitchens stand as testaments to enduring values, craftsmanship, sustainability, and the irreplaceable warmth of natural materials. They remind us that true luxury isn't about impressing others, but about creating spaces that speak deeply to our own senses and sensibilities, that make the daily ritual of meal preparation not a chore, but a privilege, and that transform the simple act of gathering to eat into something approaching sacred communion. This is the power and promise of the luxury wooden kitchen, not just a room in your home, but a living, breathing work of art that grows more beautiful with each passing year, each prepared meal, each shared moment. It represents design at its most profound, functional poetry written in grain and glue, light and shadow, memory and anticipation. In these spaces, we don't just cook and dine, we celebrate what it means to be human, connected to nature's bounty and to each other through the elemental beauty of wood.